Okay, so someone sent me a fairly paranoid email recently. Told me to check out InfoWars, and it's really hard to watch, actually. And the guy's a conspiracy theorist, and he's super paranoid, and everything's out to get you, and it's all 1984 and fear-mongering, and that intensity and the way his show goes, I just can't watch it. He does have some interesting points, but about 5 minutes of that is really all I can take before I just start going, you're really overplaying this. And one of the big things he was ranting on about was the Xbox Kinect, the new 3D camera that sits on top of your television and has all the interactive games it's supposed to be like the Nintendo Wii but without the controller. He's like, the government's going to be able to take 3D images of your face. The government already has a whole lot of images of your face, and I'm sure the British Secret Service or the NSA or the FSB, if they want pictures of your face, they're not going to have a hard time getting them. 3D pictures, that's slightly more identifiable. And yeah, they can tell when you're sitting in front of your television playing video games. Or watching TV, it'll just be on. They'll hack into your system and have much more targeted raids, and maybe they'll have pictures of the expressions on people's faces, the surprise. I'm sure that they'll not release them for a really long time, but the surprise when SWAT teams or the CIA busts in the door on some terrorist, and maybe they'll have that on record. That would be funny. So I'm personally not all that worried about the Xbox Kinect and the NSA recording my face. I think the Xbox Kinect does bring about a much more interesting development. It's a 3D camera, and they show off people taking pictures of objects. Apparently, I haven't seen it yet, but there's one where the kid takes a picture of his own skateboard and then uses it in a skating game or something like that. And I think that the more interesting development is people hacking it and doing 3D images of other things, which is, of course, this is on the internet. Eventually, probably by January, this is going to lead to 3D homemade porn. And that's the next generation of it. That's where it's going to take off. I think that's going to be the next, I think they're keeping the price pretty reasonable for them, and apparently the software is really easy to hack, and people are going to make all sorts of developments at home, and it's going to be really entertaining. And a lot of it, I'm sure it's going to lead to a lot of 3D porn, which I just find funny. And that it's a cold, windy day here, and I'm dealing with my visa stuff. You need to fill out this form. Fill out the form, send it in for the visa, and they send back something. We need more information from your employer. Why don't you just put on the form, you also need to bring this separate form to your employer and ask them for the following. It would have been nicer if they put it all together. Or maybe they don't always do that. Maybe they just, half the time they look at it and go, company looks good. And half the time they say, well, yeah, we want more information. So, anyways, I'm dealing with that. It's fun. No, it's not. Okay, I'm going to get back to work.